I'm going to put you on the spot here. Now to something we rarely hear. George talking about himself. You're not going to want to miss this. It's a new masterclass, the streaming platform where leaders in their field share their experience and expertise. And George did just that with some stories we might have never heard before. Take a look at a sneak peek.
Good morning, America.
As an ABC News anchor for 2 decades.
Welcome to our program and our first guest.
And since his days in the White House briefing room, George has made a career out of communicating with the country.
I've done thousands of interviews in the last 20 years at ABC. This was the most intense.
Now he's bringing that experience to Masterclass, a subscription service that connects experts in their fields to viewers who want to learn the secrets behind their success.
I think the lessons I've learned can apply to all of you in your conversations with your friends and your family. And I'm privileged to have the chance to share what I've learned with you.
From fighting nerves.
One of my worst ever interviewing moments. Back in 2006, I was interviewing President George W. Bush. I had the manifestations of a panic attack. I was in full flop sweat in front of the President of the United States. It was so bad that I had to take a quick break and walk into a walk-in freezer in order to cool down. I was absolutely mortified. Often the best thing you can do in a tough moment is take a breath. And I mean literally take a breath. That will help you battle those nerves.
To asking the right questions.
One of the most effective questions I ever asked was a single, simple word, the word "and." This was the first interview with President Biden after the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan. So Americans should understand that troops might have to be there beyond August 31st.
No, Americans should understand that we're going to try to get it done before August 31st.
But if we don't, the troops will stay.
If we don't, we'll determine at the time who's left.
And
if there are American forces, if there's American citizens left, we're going to stay till we get them all out.
Watching him, watching his body language, and being patient, I realized that that one word might do the trick.
And getting a little out of your comfort zone.
I don't think viewers will ever see me dance on national television.
Come on, Big Daddy!
That doesn't stop either Robin or Michael or Amy from making a point of asking me if I'm going to dance.
Come on, George! Come on, baby!
That's one of the things you have to learn to be an effective communicator. You have to be willing to show different sides to yourselves depending on who you're talking to and what the occasion is. So keep trying, Michael.
I was going to say, now we're going to dance.
I didn't expect that would make it into a master class. But I will say, watching that, George, and seeing you here every day and the way that you are here, to see the fact that you opened up about having every symptom of what we call a panic attack and being vulnerable enough to talk about that was something different.
That was a crazy day. It was down in North Carolina, super hot day at a racetrack. But it wasn't just that. It was hot. And for, interviewing a president is a pretty big deal. It was a while ago. I was nervous. And I just was in complete, remember the movie Broadcast News?
Yeah.
Yes.
Albert Brooks? It was like that.
Oh, wow.
Complete flop sweat. But I got to say, President Bush was so gracious about it. Took that quick break.
You noticed?
Yeah, he could tell. Everybody could tell. So I took that break, and literally there was a freezer on site. Went and sat there for a second, came out, finished the interview.
I love what you say about that you can use these skills, the interview skill, in the real world, at work. It's not just for doing television. You can translate.
That's the idea of these master classes, which I had not been acquainted with before I started working on this. And it was so much fun to work with all of them. But sure, I mean, think of it, you know this from interviewing as well. The most important skill probably we all have here on GMA is listening. Mm-hmm. And that's key to every kind of communication in every facet of life.
Well, I got to say, if you ever feel nervous like that again, George, a great way to help is dance it off.
I knew that was coming.
DJ, cue the music.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.